Welcome to another edition of Weekend Discovery. Coming up on today's show, we pay a visit to TAP's No-Kill Animal Shelter and talk to TAP's Executive Director, our good friend Tori Miki. We'll visit with some fur babies and go behind the scenes to learn why TAP's is a world-class no-kill facility. Also on today's show, we'll take you to Peoria County and do some serious ice fishing with Mr. Fish and Friends. This coming week, we can look forward to some temperatures in the mid-50s, a far cry from last week when central Illinois was in the deep freeze. That's when we joined Pat Sullivan in the Warehouse District for this year's Polar Plunge to benefit Special Olympics.
This is Pat Sullivan out here in front of Kelleher's and ELM building. We have a swimming pool set up for the annual Polar Plunge for Special Olympics. With the top money raisers for Special Olympics is Thomas Doring. We call him Tommy. Tommy's in the Special Olympics. He was our first jumper today. Half of the police department from Pekin jumped in, and we also have Peoria Police, State Police, Morton Police. They really recruited the police forces from all over the central Illinois, and so Tommy, was it cold?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's always cold. But we got lucky with the weather. It's 37 degrees out. The water's only 40, but Tommy got up there and got in, so he had a great big round of applause. Now, Tommy, what do you participate in the Special Olympics?
Track and field, softball, basketball, and flag football.
You got to be wore out.
And what is your name?
Brooklyn Heron.
What are you doing today here?
So I'm jumping for my 3 years in a row for the Polar Plunge for Special Olympics Illinois.
Have you jumped yet?
Yes, I have.
How was it?
It was very cold, but it was really good.
Okay, we're here at the Polar Plunge for Special Olympics. We got Joseph Milton from Fritz Heating and Cooling. And they've been backers of this for many, many years. They back a lot of things for youth sports, youth fishing. I know they do that. All kinds of things. Fritz Heating and Cooling. How many participants did you have?
We had 6 this year, Pat.
How much money did you raise?
We've raised $600 this year.
$600, and it all goes to Special Olympics. And it's great to have them here. Do you want to say anything there, Joseph?
Nope, but it's really cold outside, so thanks, Pat.
Thank you.
The final two are the largest team and the most money raised by a law enforcement team, both of which are going to your Pekin Police Department Arctic Drag. Got it.
3 days ago, we paid a visit to TAP's No-Kill Animal Shelter in Pekin. TAP's is a first-class facility with some very good people. And if you're an animal lover like we are, I think you'll find this next segment very interesting.
My name is Tori Miki, and I'm the Executive Director. So TAP's was initially started back in 1958. It's had a couple locations in its years, but here we are in Pekin on Taps Lane, which how perfect is that? Our street is called Taps Lane. We are a no-kill animal shelter for dogs and cats. Our mission is to take in homeless dogs and cats and rehabilitate them as best as we can and adopt them out into our community. We pull a lot from local animal controls to help with their numbers and reduce euthanasia. We take in owner surrenders from people in our community who may no longer be able to keep their pets anymore. We provide a bunch of education to people about the importance of spay and neuter. All of our animals leave here fully vetted with age-appropriate vaccinations. They are spayed or neutered, microchipped, dewormed. They have all of their preventions, so they are in the best shape that we can possibly get them before we adopt them out to their new forever home. This is Clover. So Clover is kind of our miracle story. She's actually been on the news a couple of times. So she was found in November in Peoria County, pretty much left to die in the middle of the street. When she first came here, she had absolutely no skin. She was covered in deep puncture wounds, and she had a bad leg, completely malnourished. She didn't even look like a dog, so her transformation has been pretty remarkable. Her name is Clover because she really is lucky to be alive. So she is almost at 100%. She's still on some medications, waiting on a couple of wounds to close up, and I would say about 90% of her hair has grown back. So she has truly been one of our biggest medical cases the past few months. So she is now ready for a forever home though, if anyone wants to apply for her. Just no cats. She is not friends with the cats. Come here, Clover. But she loves toys. It's been fun to kind of watch her develop a personality, because when she first came, I mean, we had to carry her. She just had no strength in her. She had severe Demodex mange and a really bad staph infection. So now that she is feeling better, she's starting to act like a dog, and she finally learned what toys were, and she's playing with toys, and she's seeking human attention. Whereas when she first came in, if you went to pet her, she would cower and try to make herself as small as possible. And now she can't get enough of us, so. So our dogs, weather permitting, so not like today, unfortunately, we have exercise pens outside, so the dogs are getting rotated out all day long into those exercise pens. But each dog also gets at least 3 walks from our staff daily. And we also have added an enrichment program, so they're getting a few different forms of enrichment every single day in their kennels to help reduce kennel stress. So those are the things that our dogs go through every single day, making sure that they're getting the mental stimulation needed, because that's just as important as their wellness and physical care as well. Our cats, we have added some TVs in all of our cat rooms now, so they have TV for enrichment. So we put on like bird stuff or fish stuff, squirrel stuff, and the cats just love it. They go to town. Sometimes they'll go up to the TV and bat at it a little bit, but it just gives some more added enrichment, especially for our cats who are sick or they have to be caged for some specific reason. It gives them something to watch. We also try to make sure we're putting different things into the cat cages if they have to be in a cage, like something that's scented, toys, something to scratch on, groom themselves, so that way they're not so bored in there. So we're trying to go heavy on enrichment, especially in these winter weather months for our dogs, because it doesn't take long for a dog to go stir crazy in their kennel.
Oh, good boy. That is so good.
So we have a couple of major events coming up that I'm super excited about. So first up, March 15th is Bella Ball, and that is at the Premier Event Center in Peoria. The beginning of the night is silent auction, raffles, we'll have adoptable animals there, we'll have food trucks there. My pet pig Bruce is gonna be coming for an appearance in the kissing booth. So if you wanna kiss Bruce, then you gotta come to Bella Ball. Another thing that we're doing at Bellaball is we are kicking off what's called the Rainbow Bridge Project. So that's something very dear to my heart and the Bellaball Committee's heart. It's going to be a place on the TAPS property not too far from the building where we're actually going to have memorialized bricks with a rainbow bridge on top of it to pay tribute to our deceased pets and our deceased, I should specify, it doesn't have to be a TAPS pet, it doesn't have to be a TAPS animal, but just your loved pet that has passed away. You can purchase a brick to memorialize that beloved pet, and we're kind of kick-starting that off at Bellaball, but you can purchase a brick already online at either bellaball.org or at the TAPS website. You can find links there. And then right after Bellaball, a couple weeks later, we are staying busy. April 5th is our Wine and Dine fundraiser. It is our 21st Wine and Dine. Our theme this year is like the Friends TV show, but we're calling it Friends, so F-U-R-I-E-N-D-S, so Friends theme. It'll be a lot of fun. That's hosted at the Pekin Country Club. You can get those tickets online as well at tapshelter.org. So 2 of our biggest events all year, both of them are coming up. If one of them's not your cup of tea, then go and check the other one. With both of those big events, we have something for everybody. So March 15th is Bellaball, and then April 5th is our Wine and Dine here in Pekin. Yeah, so Jeep Crawl is this summer. What a huge success that has become. Each time they've done it has gotten bigger and bigger. Last year was my first year and it was super cool to see. I mean, we're talking a massive amount of Jeeps all lined up for this Jeep Crawl, and they kind of do some bar hopping, if you will, in their Jeep. So tops off for TAPS. If you have a Jeep, but even if you don't, if you have, honestly, we'll take any car. If you just got a regular Ford Fiesta, jump in line for our Jeep bar crawl, essentially is what it is, but we're kicking it off at the Mackinac Winery. There will be some raffle items and silent auction items as well, so that's this summer. You don't want to miss it. It's hot, but a really, really good time. The best way to contact TAPS is to call us, 309-353-8277. If you have any inquiries about how to get involved, how to apply for an animal or upcoming events, feel free to give us a phone call. You can also email us at tapsfrontdesk@tapshelter.org or send us a message on Facebook. We have a lot of fun stuff planned for 2025. I'm super excited for all of our announcements to come out. We're just trying to save as many lives as we possibly can, and we couldn't do it without the support from our community, so we're very appreciative.
As you can see, we're out here in Victoria, one of our favorite lakes. We're going to test the ice. We got our board out. We've got our rope ready. We got Gary out here with the drill. He's the lightest one, so we're sending him out first. So we're going to test the ice here, see what we got in inches. We need at least 4.5, 5 inches to be safe. If we got more, it's better. So we know the lake real well. That's an important thing too. So let's get drilling. Let me grab the rope. Okay, check her out. Oh, I like that. I like that. Come on in, Gary. Let John get out there. Throw John. Yeah. Scoop it off the top. Yep. That way we can get a good shot with the camera. Oh, That's saying 6 to me. So we're gonna keep testing on the way out. I don't care what you say, that first step on the ice is still a little eerie. But now I'm used to it. What do you got there? As we go out to the middle, we got 6.5 now. So we'll keep checking though. No, see now I'm gonna get particular. He's gonna get mad at me because I'm gonna tell him exactly where I want to have my holes. No. Right here, and then one right here. See, look at that. We'll go out here a little bit now. Yeah, I like that. See if those holes produce. Thank you.
Well, this one is just a little underwater camera. It's got the actual infrared lights. You just drop it down in, and you can bring it up to where you can go in the vertical or horizontal. I like to drop it down and have it just about a foot or two above my lure, and then you can just see the fish swimming around, and it's amazing. This is about, I don't know, 19, 20 foot deep out here to the bottom, and you drop down, and even when there was snow on the ice, it cuts down the light, but this thing is just amazing how it'll pick up, and it's got like a little 7-inch screen, and it's color. So anyway, I can't use the Vexilars that these guys use. I can't see the flashing lights right. I'm colorblind. And so it just frustrates the daylights out of me. So I thought, well, I'll give this a shot. And it works out pretty decent.
I got a little tiny jig with treble hook on it, very tiny treble hook, and mealworm. I'm sitting close to the bottom. I'm about 14 feet.
I've got a little jig with mealworm on, but I got a single hook. Just testing the water out here. Now on the Vexilar, it's showing this tree. So you think you're on bottom, but you're not. You're right on top of that tree. Yeah, I think. I might have to get John's camera over here and look. Come on, baby.
See if anything's down there. Are you picking any fish up?
No, but I thought I had a bite there, but it could have been going through some weed or some tree. It's thick in here. It's right there. If I get a bite, hopefully I can get it out of the tree. Here we go. Here we go, boys. Here we go.
Fish on.
Somebody ought to get the Vexilar, because it's a good one. Oh, yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. There we go. All right. Little bass. Little keeper bass. Well, I'm proud of that. Let's go home, Kenny. We were good.
Yeah, Pat didn't get to go.
It don't take much for me, does it? That's what we're after, folks. Well, we'd like to get some bluegill and crappie, too, but that's about right. I always catch the first one. There's only a couple guys out here. I only get 50 cents now. You know, usually there's about 12 guys around. You get $6.
You owe that one to your grandson.
Yeah, I do. This is his spot, man. I had to go all the way to the bottom for that, boys.
Did you?
Yeah.
See right here, I'm gonna jiggle it. See how it flashes red and green? That's my lure on the bottom there.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh!
I just had something swim by too.
Darn. As soon as I started bringing him up, he got off. I'll call you up next week, John. Have you get out on your tractor and clear the ice a little bit more for me.
Damn pony.
Yeah, the Olympics are coming up. I gotta get in practice. A little bit bigger than you thought, huh? All right, Doc. Doc got one, John?
Little bass. They're moving down there now. I can see them.
Is that off the worm or the minnow?
Worm.
Putting that worm on helps, doesn't it? Putting a new worm on.
Another one.
All right, I'll be back. A little bigger? There you go, another one. Back's on. Back's on. Oh, yeah. Good eater.
He's an eater.
There it comes.
Ooh, that's a nice bluegill.
Oh, yeah. Good bluegill. Coming back. He's coming back. Well, as you can see, it's taken us some time. We've got, what, 5 fish. We've been out here a little over an hour. That's not too bad some days. Some days you don't have any.
5 fish and 2 loaves.
So we keep looking, we keep trying. All right, we're back off the lake. We've got fish from ice fishing, so we're gonna cook it up. Plus, we're gonna cook up some onion rings with this new beer that's being made for us. It's called Paddish. It's a premium Irish stout. So it's very creamy, doesn't leave an aftertaste in your mouth. So we're gonna incorporate that in some of our cooking. And of course, we're gonna do the fish and the onion rings in that batter today. So hang on tight, we can show you the results. Now that's the batter, what it's gonna look like when we put those onions and fish in there. It's a nice, creamy, sweet taste. Now let's go cut a couple onions up. Just slice off that. So then we take and cut a little 1/8 inch notch there. Little 1/8 inch notch there. That takes all that skin away. Done. And I'm not crying or nothing. We'll start with a handful. Nice ice cold. It helps when the onion's nice and ice cold. And this is just a McCormick's fish batter that we use. And I used, for every cup of batter, I used a cup of, or 3/4 cup of the Paddish. In fact, Gary, if you want, you can get the glasses down from the shelf. Say Paddish on them. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Cook a little.
How many people have a beer named after themselves? This is Patish for Pat Sullivan. It's brewed locally at what brewery, Pat?
Bearded Owl.
Bearded Owl Brewery in Peoria, Illinois.
There we go. Yeah, okay, we're gonna run some fish through. These are some that we caught ice fishing the other day. Flip them once. Yeah, I got plenty of hot grease. Like it's sticking on better. Just gotta get enough to stick on.
Pat, it's starting to smell good in here.
Good, good. It's a process. I was trying to get by doing this up in the apartment, but the wife said no. Too much grease. Good. We got cheese and crackers, we got chips. Okay, we got that, guys. Here we go. We got bluegill and bass with onion rings with the Patish in it, the Patish beer batter. So let's see how it tastes. This is my first batch ever on the fish. The onion rings I've tasted before.
Of course.
Okay, guys. We got some guests coming too to eat.
Even better.
Yeah.
I know it's not Lark.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I like the way this timed out. I mean, literally, I just got in here just in time for
Welcome to the onion.
to get the food.
Look at that. Yep.
If I show up late, then I get to clean up. I think that's
We were sort of talking about that.
what I gotta do. That's fine.
We got some more seasoning if you want more seasoning.
I got some Old Bay here.
We got Old Bay.
Take some Old Bay.
A little bit different than we did the other night, but they'll work. We'll go back to the original. So.
Definitely good.
Mm-hmm. Nice and crispy. Okay, round two, you guys. Look at that match.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good batch of fish.
Yeah, it is.
Yep, get this out of the way.
All right. You want me to hit it with a little Old Bay?
Yeah, you can.
All right. This is the secret sauce right here. All right. Well, we'll give it a little bit of light coating and let anybody else who wants one get